Okay, so in today's presentation, we will be having a look at how to design a holistic rewards and recognition program. And the company in question here is Tech Genius Solutions. A bit of background on Tech Genius Solutions. It's a growing IT firm in Bangalore with a current team of 65 employees and an annual revenue of 5 crores. Now, despite the financial success, the company is facing challenges in effectively implementing a rewards and recognition program. So, we'll just take a look at the different aspects of how to go about rolling out rewards and recognition program. Not exactly rolling out, but what are the different aspects of a rewards and recognition program. So, first is of course the objective. What is the objective behind having a rewards and recognition program, or having multiple such programs? One objective would be to boost the employee morale. Of course, when an employee is motivated enough, then it affects, there is a direct bearing on the productivity, and once the productivity goes up, or there is an improvement in productivity, then naturally there is a better teamwork and collaboration and get enhanced, and that in turn results in an overall job satisfaction and better retention rates. Now, how do you go about planning for an employee recognition rewards and recognition program? The first step in this direction would be to gather feedback from the employees in the firm. Now, how do you go about doing that? There are different ways of doing it. You can either do it as a survey, or you can hold team meetings wherein you discuss and brainstorm, or you can even hold a one-on-one meeting with the individual employees. Surveys are of course generalized questionnaires which you get the employees to fill up. Apart from that, you can also think in terms of team meeting and one-on-one meetings. Apart from that, you can also form cross-functional teams to brainstorm and then look at the different options available, different ways of coming up with a good rewards and recognition program. But the most important factor is of course budget allocation. What would be the budget that needs to be put aside for this particular exercise? And when you put aside an amount, X amount, for this particular exercise, you should also consider the administrative costs involved, and whether or not it is really fruitful. I mean, whether or not the budget in question is justifiable. Now, another very important factor that you need to consider is how to tie up your KPIs, or key performance indicators, to this to these rewards and recognition programs that you're planning to implement or introduce. So, what are the different ways in which you can do it, or what exactly are the factors or criterion that can be considered? One would be project completion. That would be a very nice, a very effective KPI. I mean, KPI that uh, talks about project completion. That if you have a rewards and recognition program for such a KPI, then it tends to boost the project completion, the pace of the project completion. Then of course you have innovation, wherein you recognize employees who come up with extraordinary solutions, or path breaking discoveries. Collaboration of course is another avenue. Customer excellence, of course, something which you cannot do without. You better have one for customer excellence. Then of course is service milestone, wherein you recognize employees who've completed at least 5 years of continuous service, because that itself is a huge honor to the employee. Because when an employee has an option of moving out, if he or she is still with you, then it talks volumes about their commitment and the passion and the interest that they have in the company. So that should always be encouraged, because it is always better to have employees who have experience in the company, rather than going in for somebody who's totally new. Maybe he or she has experience in some other company, but then this is a ready-made product, and all you have to do is just keep that particular person interested. Now, the next aspect, of course, would be the reward selection. You can classify the rewards into two parts. One is monetary rewards and the other one is non-monetary reward. You can go in for monetary rewards if it is a project of great importance. If it is something that is ongoing and continuous, then of course you need to recognize the employee's performance with a monetary reward. Non-monetary rewards can be considered for employee performances that are probably one-time performances, one-time projects, or one-time performance. Not projects, in fact, maybe an initiative, or maybe a one-time I wouldn't say project, but a one-time task, I would say. So that also needs to be recognized, but probably not on the same scale as an ongoing continuous project that extends to many months. So then there should be a clear distinction between the two. So here you can consider giving extra days off to the employee, or flexible working hours, VIP parking, etc. For example, if a particular employee is involved in a task that extends beyond his working hours, you can always recognize that with a non-monetary reward. But then if his or her contribution is to be recognized in a very crucial project, then it has to be a monetary reward. You can also go in for personalized gifts, special experiences, and creative awards. Personalized gifts, of course, can be given to employees who complete 5 years or 6 years, 10 years in a company, or probably those who have personal milestones like welcoming a child. Then of course there are special experiences wherein these kind of experiences foster team building. So team outings, lunches and team building activities, this in fact can be given for the entire team. And of course you have creative awards wherein a peer actually recommends the work or the task completed by a particular person, particular junior, or another member of the team. That is a huge recognition, especially to newbies. One thing that is always very crucial in all these activities is communication. So there should be company-wide announcements and regular updates that help the other employees to get to know about those who have done well, those programs which are being considered, and the probably when they come in for the function, you can even give them a brief of what exactly the employee has accomplished. So company wide announcements, maybe putting up pictures, photos with the recognition program, name of the recognition program, would be a good idea. Then of course you can always have regular updates as to who are the people who are constantly on top, constantly performing. Nomination and selection process is something that you do. Online nomination platforms, you can have online nomination platforms. You can have your manager nominate employees, or you can even have peer nominations. Another criterion that needs to be considered is fair evaluation. Ensure that the whole process is fair, so that the rewards and recognition doesn't turn out to be a damp squib or a dampener, or it shouldn't actually demotivate the others. It should always motivate the employees. So it should always be fair. Then how do you go about implementing it? Always consider a phased rollout. Start with a pilot program to gather